However, something that was brought to my attention is this card in the structure deck, Strange Magician. If you recall some time back, I uploaded a video on YouTube about how translations for Rush Duel cards and Duel Links are very not good. I don't know what exactly is going on behind the scenes at Konami, but there's just a lot of weird, just random typos and stuff that seem like, you know, it's understandable, but you would expect more from a multi-million-dollar corporation. And even the very next card in the structure deck, Seven Road Wiz, also has one of these awkward translation things. The wording on the effect, level 8 or lower monster on your opponent's field with the same attack with this card. The second with should probably be as, but you know, it doesn't change anything about how the card is intended to work. That's not the case with Strange Magician, whose effect here reads: target a face-up monster you control, its original attack becomes 100. Also, that monster can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. Notably, it doesn't have a end of turn restriction like most cards do in, you know, Rush Duel. However, that's not the main point of contention here. The point of contention here is the fact that this is not even remotely close to what this card is supposed to do. Because you see this effect here on Strange Magician? Draw one card, then if you have Strange Cat in your graveyard, you can choose a face-up monster with 0 attack on your field. This turn, that monster cannot be destroyed by card effects. This is obviously a very, very different card from what is being shown to us in Duel Links. And, you know, there's also the stray quotation mark in the effect here for whatever reason. But, yeah. So, the situation is not improving when it comes to translations in Duel Links. As far as I'm aware, like, they've been on a pretty decent streak for a while. You know, I haven't seen any egregious English in any skills made in the past couple of months or so since making that video. You know, nothing on the same level as the original text for Tachyon Dragon Domination, or it's not really an awkward translation thing, but the Soul of Light and Darkness is pretty vague on what it's actually intended to do. Probably could have used a little bit more proofreading to, you know, get its intended effect across. This is something else. Like, I genuinely want to know what is going on at Konami that we could get such a wildly different card text. One that not only doesn't actually reflect what the card does, but is an entirely different effect. Like, this is kind of insane. I don't know how this happened. I don't know how no one caught this before, you know, making this update, this major content update. And I don't know if the text is incorrect in the Japanese version of Duel Links, because Duel Links does not allow you to check. You can't change your language to Japanese like you can in Master Duel for whatever reason. You can only use Japanese text if you originally started the game in Japanese the very first time you played it, which is kind of stupid, and I don't know why it does that. But I don't have any way of verifying this unless I were to go searching for like some Japanese streamers playing Duel Links at the moment and see if it comes up and if the text is accurate to the actual card, which it should be, because given that Rush Duel is released in Japan, they do have the database to just pull card text from, like they do for all the other non-Rush Duel cards. Because that's where all of the card text comes from, is that they just have an internal database at Konami. One that is, you know, we can go on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Database website and find these things. But obviously, because Rush Duel isn't released in English, the database doesn't have English card text. That's just kind of how things go sometimes. You can't really do anything about it, except wait until they fix it. I don't necessarily know if this is going to be seeing play in the Sevens Road deck. I am anticipating Sevens Road being the deck to beat for the qualifiers, which are at the end of this month.